This time in the garage, we're doing hot rods from Facebook Marketplace.
Okay.
At least maybe hot rods.
What you think are hot rods?
Well, what we each think are hot rods.
Okay. All right. First hot rod.
Ooh, this is me. 1934 Ford Roadster. Hot rod. Price reduced. It's an exceptional roadster. Built by a shop. Heavily modified 304. Flat head, which looks really cool. It's got some
225
stuff.
horsepower to the wheels.
Yep. Late 3-speed with gear, vendor's overdrive. 17s and 18s.
Are those
Wire
real
wheels.
knockoffs?
I would assume so, but you know how that turns out most of the time.
I'm going to guess no.
I think Samuel said it best when he
I
said,
don't know,
you make
maybe.
an ass out of you and
Uh-huh.
What
Man,
does Reacher say about assuming?
assumption skill?
Yep.
I don't think that's nearly as likely in this case.
Could be.
Could be.
Well, I mean, we've never gotten that heated about it.
Try to torque the wheels down. Looks like someone's been doing some burnouts.
It's pretty skinny tires. Normally something like that has pretty fat tires in the back.
Well, it's a flathead.
Right. It makes
225
225
to the horsepower wheels.
It's not a powerhouse.
Carbs.
I think it's attractive.
I think it's really well done.
Yeah, that's a great looking car.
Chop top.
I probably would prefer
Air
the top to
conditioning.
be in a different color.
What color?
Something darker, maybe?
Pick a
I don't
color.
know.
Black.
Yeah.
Air
Black or
conditioning?
brown or
You mean the
gray.
windows?
Yep. The front window's got air conditioning.
The front window
And the top goes down.
has air conditioning.
All right.
Does it go down?
Where's that at? Utah. 130 grand.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably worth it.
Yeah.
Didn't say if it was steel.
It seems like there wouldn't be much reason for it not to be. It's all pretty straight,
I
flat
don't know
pieces.
why it wouldn't
Yeah.
be.
And it's not like any of that is, needs an English wheel.
I think.
I didn't see an interior pic either.
Well, it's
But
custom.
it's pretty cool. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Next.
This
one's mine. Why are you laughing?
Well, I had this one on my list and I filed it under junk.
Junk?
What do you mean junk?
Why would you file that under junk?
Because it's a gasser. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off.
I suppose I should ask, was the last one a hot rod?
I believe it was.
I thought so.
I mean, insofar as that it has the look, I'm assuming it's got at least a little bit more power than it did when it was new.
It's got 225 to the wheels.
Which I'm assuming it didn't in 1934.
Probably not.
Probably had like.
So you picked this as junk.
19. Well, I picked it and then I.
1940
threw it
Willys
away.
Coupe, $100,000.
What?
Blown 392 Hemi. Everything first class.
Huh.
Nice interior.
I felt
Mhm.
like it didn't have
If you're a
sufficient
robot.
description.
It's got enough gauges.
Uh-huh.
And it didn't have enough pictures.
Oh, look at all those
It
pictures.
doesn't have enough pictures.
And it has the seller description is one sentence sort of.
Mixed emotions.
Yep.
Is that how you feel, Soren?
I also sort of just disapprove of having political stickers in your ad.
Well, I mean,
I just feel like that's distasteful.
It's just a political sticker.
Just take the picture slightly more up.
Just happened to be in the picture.
That's on purpose. That has to be. And I don't like that.
Okay.
I'm not disagreeing or agreeing with the politics. I just don't like the politics in the ad.
Anyway, I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
But especially for another 30 grand, not as cool as that one.
No.
I concur.
That's pretty true.
I don't know where you get 100 grand out of that, though.
This?
Yeah.
Well, it's got engine poking through the hood.
It's hard to say how good it is. Again, you need
Yeah.
more pictures.
And information.
Yeah.
That's a one piece. Looks like a one piece front end.
Right. Which it should be.
Yeah.
Okay. 1953 Ford panel truck loaded.
It's not loaded yet.
It is loading.
Is this a video?
No, Has to be.
This one's one of mine. 53 Ford panel
Huh.
on a Crown Vic chassis.
Ooh.
Drive it anywhere.
Spray foam.
20 grand.
So close to having underglow.
It's got blinky lights. You like blinky lights?
It's
Sorry.
not. It's not underglow though.
No.
It's close.
It's
They're about 6 inches away from being underglow.
fair enough. I think those are actually the taillights and turn signals though.
Right?
Ouch.
Oh, ouch.
That looks like it's been shot
With a
with maybe some buckshot.
nah.
It's got the
Go back.
good doors.
It definitely looks like it's been shot. Look, it's got like 8 pellet holes in it.
It's kicked by a raccoon.
Yep.
Okay. Do you think that's left as a rat rod type thing? Like they're like, oh yeah, it's been shot.
Original paint, maybe.
Because I 100%
probably not original.
don't approve of that.
Definitely not. It's got new Silverado seats. Newish
It's got
Silverado seats.
relatively new sound deadening inside the door.
It's got a new Crown Vic engine.
Uh-huh.
That's right. It is a Crown Vic, basically. Right.
Well, I bet that drives nicer
Yeah.
Than a Crown Vic or than it did before?
than a 35 or 53 or whatever that is.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
Better than this one?
No.
I'm
Not
going to
bad.
just throw out there.
Oh.
I don't
That
care.
I think's a proper hot rod.
I don't
The other
care.
one is just
You're saying it drives better than a 53 panel truck, a stock
right.
one.
It
Yeah,
has to.
yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would agree.
But I don't care if that drives better because I really like the other one a lot more.
Yeah. No, the other one's better.
Yeah. I don't know if that qualifies as a hot rod though.
It has got to have a more powerful engine than it came with.
All right.
Ooh, this is me.
God
1957 Ford Thunderbird in a green that isn't awful.
Uh-huh.
I can't remember if this has. I think this does have a significantly bigger engine than it came with.
It's got a stroker in it.
Yeah, 363 stroker
But
with
it's
the
definitely
FI
got the wheels of a hot rod.
and a Treeback 5-speed.
So it is a hot rod.
Is it a hot rod?
I think so.
Why?
It's got more power than
Okay.
it came with.
Is that your only criteria? Is it has more power than it came with?
That's the definition. If you
So
look it
my
up online.
M3 is a hot rod.
Sure. I mean, I would throw in there that if it's not an antique, I don't care. It doesn't count as a hot rod. But your M3 is an antique now. So, yeah. This is 2025. My truck will be an antique in 2 years.
Uh-huh. It's a broad version of a hot rod.
That's the definition of a hot rod. You may have a more
From
precise
who?
definition from the interwebs, and one with which I wholeheartedly agree.
You looked at Wikipedia
I searched,
and got a definition.
and I found the first thing that came up coincided perfectly with what I felt it should be.
Did
Okay.
any of those pictures look like this?
I feel like this is
On Wikipedia?
Yeah, on Wikipedia.
I just read the text. I didn't look at the pictures.
Did you look at the pictures?
Why would
No.
I?
That might be a problem.
Well, because those were hot rods.
Uh-huh. There's no 57 Thunderbird on there.
Well, I think it's a hot rod. You can close it.
This one or this one, Bear?
Well, that's a hot rod. That is just a Thunderbird.
It
With a,
says Pro Touring Thunderbird.
yeah. I mean, it's nice for a Thunderbird. How much was it? 100?
70.
It's nice. I don't know that. I think my hot rods run out somewhere in the 40s.
You gonna ask me to pick?
Yep.
Well, I would pick your Ford.
Okay. That's his Ford.
Whatever. I like the Ford better.
All right.
And we're saying this is mine.
Well,
No, I don't claim it. 1932 Plymouth Coupe. And I do think this is a hot rod. It meets the
It is a hot
criteria.
rod.
It's got the more
Got
power,
matching
and
wheels.
it's from the era that is commonly associated with, but not definitively, hot rods.
Got a Hemi.
And it's got that stupid no front metal, which a lot of people like, and I'm not one of them. So there you go.
Got a Hemi.
it does have a Hemi.
Yep.
331. What was the transmission?
I don't know.
Turbo 400.
Why you would want that?
Turbo
Okay.
400. Okay.
So it can go on the highway. 6 Hollies.
I do think it's got good tires. I like the
I like it.
little skinny tires up front.
There's 6 Hollies.
That's what it says. 6
Where?
Holly 94s.
Oh, okay.
I would, in fact, like this, aside from the Hemi, if it had its hood.
You don't like hot
I don't
rods.
think the hood would fit.
I do like hot rods.
Doesn't look like there'd be much hood.
I apparently don't like the way you would define them, but
Well, I mean, where
that
you
isn't
what?
definitive.
How much hood is going to be there?
I don't know.
Just the
To
corners.
cover the radiator cap.
Put some. I don't want the engine just exposed. It's not a motorcycle.
But the engine doesn't fit inside
So-
the metal.
Make some metal that lines up and holds the engine.
So build a bubble.
Whatever you gotta do.
Whatever
Whatever you gotta do.
it takes.
To not have that just have its
You
engine hanging out
immediately
like
like
it has,
it, no matter
like it
what
has-
they do.
like it has no class. It's wanton.
If they make a thing out of speed limit signs, you're like, that's better.
Cereal
If it's the
bowls.
same color as the rest of the car,
Oh,
yay.
okay. It's got to be the same color.
Obviously. Otherwise, it's just shitty. And
Okay.
then it could be a rot red.
Who?
Not rot red.
The other one?
Whatever those are.
Rat rod.
Yeah, rat rod.
It's
Junk. They're
tree.
junk.
Well, that is
I
pretty
do
cool.
like the
Yeah,
wheels.
that is cool.
And I like the suspension and the tires.
It's got disc brakes.
It's also unique.
Unikua?
And you don't see 32 Plymouths very often that are hot rodded. Okay. But is it better than your $130,000 34 Ford? Wow, that's cheap.
Well, it sure is cheaper.
That's pretty
It's a
good.
shame
That looks
there's-
pretty nice for 30
I
grand.
know. It's a shame there's no interior pics of either one of these.
Oh, yeah, that could be bad.
There were actually, I think, a few side shot interior pics. It appears to be like tufted
Oh,
Well, that's not too bad.
and the steering wheel is acceptable for that kind of car.
it is pretty extreme.
It's extreme.
I would
The
not
gauges are not
have
extreme.
that in there. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna make no sense. I'm
Okay.
gonna say I like this better than the Ford because it's more hot rodded
It's cheaper.
and I could fix the metal and it's a lot cheaper.
It's cheaper.
Even though it's a Plymouth.
That's why he's picking
It's not why I'm picking it.
it.
That's
Oh,
gonna
we
make
know.
that's gonna make
I don't know, Sword. I don't know.
that's
Bear
gonna
might
make
have a point here.
way more power. Way more power.
Not necessarily.
It should.
I mean, it's a Hemi.
It could.
It should.
For a car that weighs
It has the potential to make more.
basically the same. I feel like it's more hot roddy than the Ford.
Uh huh.
Even though
The engine sticks out.
I don't
Yeah.
like the front metal situation, I do feel like
Didn't the Ford have full metal
It's-
on the
it did.
front?
Fully
did.
covered.
I do feel like fixing the front metal situation on that wouldn't be terribly difficult.
And he did some burnouts. But the engine's tiny.
So I'm voting Plymouth, even though I don't think I'd
Wow.
picked it.
That is
And I
fully
don't like
covered.
Chrysler.
Picked a fully exposed, way too big of an engine car over
Yep. He sure did.
a not.
Well, you guys can override me. Right?
Fair.
There's-
Telling you,
there's two of
he
you.
is all about the price.
He's all about the dollar.
It's not the
Dollar.
dollars.
Oh, it is.
although
prove
it
me
is
wrong.
it is 1/4 of the price.
Prove me wrong.
But that's not the issue. I think it's more hot roddy.
Mm-hmm. It's what you say.
It is what I say because I just said it. How can you respond to something somebody just said with that's what you say? That doesn't make any fucking sense at
He's
all.
got a point.
I mean, it does make sense because it's obviously correct, but it's also meaningless.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Fair.
Boy, I don't know. I wish they had interior shots of the Ford.
Well, it
This is
says
really
it's-
cool.
Says the guy that does bitch and rides interiors
Right.
did the interior
that
on
one.
that.
So it's ostensibly pretty good.
Probably pretty good.
I'd say it's pretty good.
I also think on either
think-
of those cars, if you don't like the interior, changing it's not the end of the world because there isn't very much. And it's all
Yeah.
pretty much straight panel, flat panel things.
Sure.
For 30 grand, this I think is a hell of a deal.
Yep.
The other one I think is nicer. Is gonna be nicer. So I'll stick with the other one. But for 30 grand, that's a lot of car. A lot of hot rod.
Yeah. It is a lot of hot rod for 30 grand. I mean, I'm surprised Soren picked Plymouth that has the engine exposed
He's not-
over
he's not
that
happy.
He
Ford.
doesn't like any of these. He doesn't like
So he
Plymouths.
picked something
He
he
doesn't
really
like-
doesn't like
He's not happy
He
about
doesn't
it.
like
He
hoods that aren't
feels
there.
that-
because it's $30,000.
no,
Exactly.
the price doesn't come into it.
It's $100,000
case.
cheaper. It's
I feel
definitely
compelled to pick
coming
the one
into
that is a better hot rod.
better because it has more power potentially.
It's more, yeah.
And
I like the Ford.
he
better.
likes convertibles.
I like the Ford better, but I'm picking the Plymouth because I think it's more the thing that we are supposed to be doing.
What are we supposed to be doing?
Hot
yeah.
rods.
Picking the best hot rod?
Okay. All right. Well, I'm picking the Ford,
Do it.
despite your love of Plymouths with exposed Hemis.
That's insane.
Right. Who's this?
This is me. 27 Ford Cruiser Track
It is
T
you. Look,
Cruiser.
it's you.
It's not me. I don't look like that.
It looks. You look slightly like that.
Oh, a small amount. Okay, so it's blue. I like blue. I think it's got a red interior. It's got the fat tires that you would expect. It's got a bigger engine than it came with. And while it has the pipes coming out the side and you can see into the engine, it's got metal on top of it. I don't
Is
like
it metal?
what I don't give a shit.
It's just a 302.
Yeah.
It's still more than what that car came with in 1927, which makes it a hot rod. I don't care for the wheels. On the upside, that's pretty easy to fix.
It's like a black interior.
C6 transmission.
Huh.
The color's cool.
It is a good color. I don't care for the pinstripes, but I think they are sort of appropriate to hot rod.
Yeah. I don't like the front end. It's
Yeah,
goofy.
it's a track T.
And I'm not super fond of all the chrome bits.
It's got side pipes.
Undeniably so.
Hope we stop soon. Okay.
In that picture going away, it almost kind of looks like a super bitchin' lawnmower, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like one of those southern, not exactly racing, but yeah, somebody would take a lawnmower and make it into a lawnmower hot rod.
How much was the blue one?
70 maybe?
No way.
18.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay. Soren,
Aesthetically, I think I like that one better.
which one?
The first one, the 34.
Okay.
I'm going to have to do the same thing I did last time and say I think this is more of a hot rod. So I'm voting for this one, even though I don't think it is.
But it has
car.
nothing to do with it being $18,000,
No, I thought it was $70,000.
which is still half
That's true.
the 34.
Uh-huh. Well, the 34 is more of a period correct build.
Absolutely.
You mean
That
like
would have been a hot rod back in the day.
Yep.
Because
in the-
all of those
in
parts
the
existed.
40s?
100%. 50s.
Fair enough. Does that matter?
I mean, this.
Depends on your criteria for a hot rod.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't look at your definition, so I don't know what.
Yeah, because why would you bother?
I'd look at Merriam-Webster.
And this one's got. There's a lot wrong. I don't like the whole front end.
Yeah. Nope. That thing is terrible. Worth every penny.
What did we find out about this week looking for hot rods on Craigslist or wherever this is? Facebook?
He's Googling. Hot rod.
According to the Oxford Languages Dictionary, a hot rod is a motor vehicle that has been specially modified to give it extra power and speed.
That's
Which is
it.
basically
That's the definition.
basically the one I sent you. This is mine, 1953 Chevrolet Custom COE.
Cab over.
And I like this a lot.
We're going into semi trucks.
Yep.
It's
Is this a hot rod?
Wicked cool.
it has
Wicked.
more engine than it came with.
Can a heavy duty truck be a hot rod?
I think we should look at the pictures and then you should tell me what you think. I think it is.
It's got vintage air, 4-leak suspension, 2.5-inch drop spindles.
I believe it meets the brief. It certainly meets the definition,
Painted with a roller.
and I think it's cool looking.
Yep.
It's got a nice bed.
It does. It's on air.
Nice.
Is
That-
you
that's-
that's a big fan of air?
That's
Ryan?
2
No, I'm
cars.
not.
I think he's picked so far with air.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Look,
Did the T-Bird have air?
I can't
Interesting.
get everything
Yeah.
I want in this category because this isn't a category of things that I want.
He's a big fan of pinstripes too.
Yeah.
I'm really not. But I think this is pretty cool.
I think you came up with this category this week, didn't you?
Yeah, although I don't want to talk about that.
Oh. Okay.
I didn't know it was traumatic.
It was a lack of anybody. God damn it, you're making me talk about it. It was a lack of anybody coming up with anything. So I came up with this.
Okay. I thought it was a fun search.
It was fruitful.
It certainly was. But that's not a hot
Okay.
rod.
It is a hot rod because it has more power
I'm gonna go
after
with
being
it.
specially modified.
I'm gonna go with
than
it
it
not
came
being
with.
a hot rod.
It's a semi truck from the 40s. Or
It's a
whatever,
pickup truck.
50s. Semi truck. That was their big.
It's a pickup truck. It's got a cab and a bed. It's a pickup.
Yeah.
And it's a
It was
hot
a
rod because it's
commercial
got more
truck.
power than it came with.
Yeah. That's kind of a fuzzy gray area right there.
Well, you can vote it off, and then
Yep.
we don't have to worry about
All
it
right.
anymore.
Fair.
I don't like it. (1932) Ford Roadster. Hot rod, basically. $45,000 and a tremendous blue. 327 vet motor, 6-speed manual trans, Ford 9-inch, 411 posi rear end with air conditioning and heat. I don't know why it needs either one of those with no top.
You can definitely see why we might want to have heat.
Yes.
Because if there's no
Sure, I
top
would-
and
I
it's a
would
chilly
want-
evening, you might want to have heat
Yeah,
blowing
sure.
on you.
Yeah. All right.
Also,
I'll give you that.
there's no reason in an internal combustion engine car not to have heat.
Well,
I'd like to see the front end of this because I'm pretty sure you didn't like the front end of this car when it was the same car 2 cars ago.
this is not the same front end.
I think
This
it's
is a
pretty
32
close.
Ford Roadster.
I think it's pretty similar.
No, it's got 4-wheel disc brakes, lots of chrome. It's Mercedes blue with red interior. I think it's classy.
I like the color.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of red, you know that, for interiors, but I accept
Yeah,
it.
but it's nice.
I don't like the chrome, and I don't like the wheels at all,
Oh, it's a 6-speed manual.
Yeah, 6-speed manual.
which is nice because I'm pretty sure all cars in the 30s were manuals.
Mm-hmm. But not 6 speeds.
Well, but that's closer than an automatic.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. $45,000, Soren.
Yeah.
It's a lot cheaper than the 34.
Well,
What was this one? A 33 or 32? 32.
since it doesn't matter what I think,
Got a 327.
Why
vet
doesn't it
motor.
matter?
They both have
Okay,
covered
so-
engines.
even though I think that the 32 is more hot roddy, I like this one better.
Huh?
I think this is a better looking car.
So what is more hot roddy on the 32?
It's got more engine improvement.
Is that your only?
That's in the definition.
Because that Willys had way more engine improvement than any of these.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That is supercharged Hemi.
It wasn't supercharged.
Yeah, it was.
No, it had
Yeah.
stacks.
Uh-uh.
It was a 6-pack.
The Willys.
You're mixing.
Oh,
you're
the
mixing
wheels.
two cars.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't mean I like it.
I'm just saying for your criteria.
Yeah, that's the criteria because that's the
The Willys
definition.
is way more of a hot rod by your definition.
It's not my definition. It's the definition.
It's not the definition. Who made whoever you look like? I can go on and edit the definition.
You can't edit the
Damn, you
definition.
should've
of
given
the-
that.
I'm going to
of
edit it
Oxford.
right now.
I should have done that.
Yep.
I could have changed it to something completely different.
Yeah, you said you trust Merriam-Webster.
No, it didn't.
You did.
No.
It's in the recording. You said, I trust Merriam-Webster. Here's Merriam-Webster. Hot rod, noun, an automobile rebuilt or modified for high speed and fast acceleration.
Okay.
The end.
That's
not the
not
end.
right either.
Well,
None of those are right.
every definition I've looked up is functionally the same.
Wonder what would happen if you looked up hot rod on, I don't know, Hot Rod Magazine.
Right. What's Hot Rod Magazine?
Whatever they think they can sell magazines with.
Uh-huh.
Because it's kind of in the name.
I vote for the first Ford
Fair.
Really?
because I like it better, and it doesn't matter if it makes more sense.
Ooh, that's kind of.
I've given up being conscientious about this.
I like so much about this. Like the colors. I just don't like that engine. I don't know. That's probably. I don't know. 327. That might rev.
It will.
It's 6-speed.
You mean past 5,300 or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah. I bet that's a funner car.
I'd like to hear the sound of,
Is it
of them.
better? I don't think so.
Pick one.
He's definitely picking a Ford.
It's definitely the Ford.
Blue or black? Blue or
Black.
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 I guess.
All right.
Mason didn't even have to pick. You should have to pick, Mason.
I would have picked the black one.
Right?
Ooh, someone's got some splaining.
1947 Chevrolet Coupe.
Are you claiming this?
Yeah.
All right.
Why are you?
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
You don't know?
It was on one of my lists.
Oh. Well, then it's yours.
Because you don't want it.
No, it's yours.
All right. 1947 Chevrolet Coupe. It's green.
Explain it.
Is it? It's
Yeah,
turquoise.
it's got an
It's
engine,
turquoise.
engine improvement. And that makes it a hot rod. And I think it looks like a hot rod. It's lowered a bit. It's sleek. It's in a bright color.
It's got tinted windows.
Yeah, hot rod.
Probably got tweed interior.
Might. Don't recall.
It should.
Oh, someone upgraded in the 90s.
I don't like it.
Is that your center console out of your Tahoe?
That's from the body style before mine.
And an absolutely terrible steering wheel.
Well, it's a billet. Probably doesn't even match the wheels,
That's pretty terrible.
but it might have matched the wheels at some point.
I'm voting against this.
You picked it.
Really?
Why?
Because I think the other one's better.
Yeah, you can't really see the wheels, but I think it does match the wheel.
Yeah,
the
I
steering
think
wheel.
it does.
It's hard to
Yeah.
tell.
Yeah, those are those
Another thing I look
goofy
for in a
things.
steering wheel is that it
fair.
matches my wheels.
Black one.
Black one. That's pretty easy. Go ahead there,
41
Sport.
Lincoln Zephyr Sport Coupe, which has
Great
a kind
color.
of a lead sled thing going.
Uh-huh.
Kind of.
I did check all of these that I picked that they have
Engine
better
improvements?
or more engine or more modern engine. And I think that's a great looking car and a pretty badass color that meets the definition.
You kill me.
That I use the definition, that's the definition.
It's not the definition. It's
definition.
the definition you found.
It's all of the ones that come up from the
No, they're all
trusted
different.
sources of what a word means.
They're all different.
No, they all said basically a car that has been modified to go faster.
Uh-huh.
This doesn't
So they
go
all have.
faster.
Except this one. This one has been modified to go slower
I don't think it has.
and lower.
It's a lead sled.
Doesn't mean it's slower.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean it's slower. It's a car that's been modified to have more power.
It's a 5-liter. It's probably got less power than the flathead Ford.
Ew. Stock
I don't
shifter.
believe that's possible.
Yeah. Probably got 230.
It's got a 5-liter Peter beater.
Yeah. What are those? 250 at the crank? 230?
Oh, like 210.
Yeah.
Depends on what it came out of.
Right.
If it's a Mustang, it's 225. If it's anything else, it's less.
So the flathead has more power than this.
It seems unlikely.
The flathead was 225 at the wheels.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the other car?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I mean, they vacuumed it really nice.
Yeah.
It's a great color.
Yeah.
I mean, it's done well.
Yeah.
I even like the wheels.
It looks pretty good.
I like the shape.
Looks pretty good.
You're going to deny that it's a hot rod, even though it is.
I know. I'm gonna deny it's not a hot rod.
Okay. And you're picking this over the black one, Soren?
I'm not going first. I'm going last
Why?
because I feel like it.
Okay. I'll pick the black one. Bear.
The Ford.
There you go.
They're both
See?
Fords.
That's a Mercury.
There's a Lincoln.
Oh, yeah,
Whatever.
Lincoln.
And they're, okay, whatever.
It's not Ford.
It's a Ford.
It's made by Ford. It's not Ford.
It's a Ford.
It's British.
That's another me. 1948
Ooh.
Chevrolet convertible Fleetline,
Green with tan.
Oh, it's a Fleetline.
which I thought was a decent looking car. It's
Uh-huh.
good color. I don't like the wheels.
Uh-huh.
It has had drive line performance improvements done. and
Oh.
So it is a hot rod,
Oh.
which I also think is pretty
Why are all
pretty
of your hot
good looking.
rods pre 1960?
well, because I don't really like cars from the 60s and 70s
Uh-huh.
and 80s.
Uh-huh. Or 90s or
Or
2000s.
90s.
So you only like cars up to 1950?
It depends.
Didn't last
American
week
cars.
he say peak automotive was 2015 or
2010,
something?
I thought it was.
Something
Yeah,
like that.
2015.
It's
2012.
really practical. Aesthetically, peak automotive was a long time before that.
Pretty wishy-washy.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not wishy-washy.
You kind of
Darren.
flip your story every week.
Just because you can't understand the complex facets of my story doesn't
Quite
mean
frankly,
it's
we're getting
fluid.
tired of it.
I don't care. How's
I
that?
don't think we want to understand.
Well, that's your choice. Anyhow, I like this car.
It's green and tan.
I would
Mhm.
not keep those wheels.
Convertible.
Yeah. Oh, it's that LT one.
Yeah. Which was the only, well, not really. It was an LT one.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
I don't know. This wouldn't fall in my hot rod classification. Plus, it's almost bad.
I really like it. And I think it does fall under hot rod.
You think so?
Yeah. 48 Chevy. So did the Zephyr, not really. Zephyr's
That was
more
kind of
lead sled.
lead slutty.
Yeah, these fat fender cars, they're still hot rods. But yeah. Sorry, so far that's pretty cool.
You know what we need to do in the future is take the first 3 cars and move them to the end.
We did
Just
that.
whatever game comes up.
We did that.
All right.
It didn't work out.
Well, then it's just fate.
It is.
Well, somewhere in the middle, there's going to be an E30 M3 in
It's
here. I think
neutrino entanglement.
There's going to be a modified E30 M3 in here, which will take all.
Yeah.
Neutrino flavor swapping.
All right. So Ford,
Yeah.
we're not going to ask Soren anymore since he doesn't want to go first.
Pontiac.
I think that's me too. 1952
52.
Pontiac Chieftain.
Mm-hmm. Was that the good one?
It's only 25 grand.
Which is not a Star Chief,
That's not far from here.
but I think it's a pretty cool car. It's not terribly expensive, and I don't remember where it is, but I don't think it is very far from here.
It's got miles, and it's located in Ohio.
It says Berlin Center, Ohio.
Yeah, it's out in Amish country. It has been modified to make more power.
6-liter LS.
Ew.
It's been modified to make more power. Whether that's a good modification is a matter of personal judgment. But I feel that it counts as a hot rod because it meets the definition, and I think it's cool looking.
Are you ewing because it's not a Pontiac?
Yeah.
Powered Pontiac?
Yep.
Well, you can't get a Pontiac made after, 1984?
Well, they sold Pontiacs with that powertrain.
What are you talking about?
There are no Pontiac engines after the early 80s.
Okay. Is there a limit on what year we have to buy the engine?
Well, I don't think I'd want one from the 70s.
Why?
Because it's from the 70s.
Yeah.
Not even 70.
Maybe 70. I like this, and I would be willing to own it because I think it's cool. And I think it's a hot rod. I
It's
don't
got two different
I
kinds of interior.
do not like the wheels.
Okay.
But I like the steering wheel and the dash, and
Maybe he's got different door panels.
From what?
I don't know, but they're black and extra white.
Yeah. I don't know what's up there.
maybe it's been replaced from the person who smoked cigars in it for 30 years or whatever.
I think that's just like that creamy interior, but door panels aren't correct. Yeah,
Ford or Pontiac?
Ford.
I vote Pontiac. I
Ooh,
think this is my last one.
that's a hot rod.
1936
Ford
Ford
GT.
GT Coupe 2-door.
Really?
It's not a GT coupe.
That's what it says.
It's not.
I don't care what it is. I care what it says.
115,000.
It has had a significant amount of junk done to it.
Tommy car build. The real deal. 1936 Ford Coupe. It's just a 383 V8. It's not even a 383
Yeah.
stroker.
Lame.
Air ride? Who needs that?
Not a color that I personally like a lot, but I think
It's green.
Very green.
Yeah, but it's like a metallic Kelly green. But I think it's been well done,
I think that's nice.
and I like the ridiculous,
It's
like
exciting.
solid rear fender thing.
The fender skirts.
Yeah.
It's a very happy hot rod.
I also feel that, despite not liking the air ride thing, which I'm never gonna like, I like how low it sits.
Not sure how I feel about a 36 with 37 headlights. But that looks cool.
That looks cool. It's up there.
Okay.
I do wish there were some more pictures, or some more pictures of the inside.
I don't like the inside.
Well, I wish there were more pictures of it to make a more informed decision. I don't care for the stripe.
I think from what I'm looking at right there, I don't like the inside.
Hmm.
Fair.
So when it
has a picture of the inside.
has one picture.
As
More
we've
than the other
discussed,
one.
there's not a whole lot of inside.
Right, and I think when you compare that to the other Ford, we don't have any pictures of its inside.
No.
Uh-huh.
Which is going to be a bench seat and a steering wheel.
Right.
Yeah. Probably black.
Probably black.
And a piece of wood or metal with some holes drilled in it that have gauges.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Okay. Fair.
Although I do like this a lot. I don't know. The black one's just classic hot rod.
Soren?
Yeah, I mean, I think this does the job of being a hot rod better, but I don't like it as much. So
Okay.
I'm going with the black one.
Who's this?
Well, could be me.
That's you.
32 Ford GT convertible. It's amazing how many of these 32 Ford GTs there are.
So many 32, 34 Fords.
Uh-huh. It's beautiful. You can't really tell by the photo, but it's a high boy. 350 Chevy, 350 automatic, Ford 9-inch, great cruising. Will not respond to things being available. Asking 45,000. Transverse leaf spring.
I don't love those wheels.
Ooh, it's got an interior pick.
Kind of weird door thing.
Do kind of like the interior.
Weird door thing.
Yeah.
Oh, the armrest.
Yeah.
That's you can unsnap that.
But then you have snaps.
Yeah, but then there's probably a tonneau cover that goes on there.
Yeah,
It's got cup holders.
Is
Yeah.
actually.
That's actually kind of nice.
I don't think that would have had cup holders originally. I think that interior has been modernized a bit.
Oh, really?
I mean, so there are cars from the turn of the century that have cup holders, but they're usually for people sitting in the back.
Right.
This car was built in probably late 90s, early 2000s. Body, chassis, the whole thing.
So it's completely fake.
There's nothing on this car from 1832.
I don't,
It's a GT convertible.
interior wise, I don't like the front part of the seat.
It's an outlaw
the center
body. So is
console.
that fiberglass?
Uh-huh.
Hmm. I feel like that shouldn't be fiberglass.
But it is.
I feel like in hot rod land, fiberglass, while not necessarily fatal, is at least a sin.
To some hot rod people, it is.
Yeah. Oh, they custom painted the frame. Look at that.
Well, since it's a purpose-built frame, you can probably just paint it before you put the rest of it on.
Yeah, but they did
Probably
a little scallop thing on
good
it.
idea so it doesn't rust.
Yeah.
He's not saying they painted the frame. He's saying they custom painted the frame.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying that's easy if it's just a frame sitting there.
I think most of them are at some point.
Yeah. That's how you build a hot rod.
See, the front's red, and then they scalloped into black.
Okay.
I do see that.
All right. This one or the other one?
The other one.
The other one. I feel like fate is making us boringly predictable in that something early on is going
Nope.
to
Nope.
I don't know.
Hold on here. This is a
Hang on.
1929.
Where's the front?
It's behind the wheels.
Did you pick this for Soren?
Yeah. Well, I picked it. It's not that. 1929, so it's a little older than a 32. Model A sedan. Yep.
It's in Tango Mango Pearl.
Yep. Tango Mango Pearl. It's got a 350 that sounds like a tractor. Doesn't smoke. Has a turbo 400. 30 or 23-inch low car shifter.
Why don't we go some pictures?
Yep. It can sit in Florida summertime traffic without overheating. That's great. Look at that.
Does that have air? Or does it just always sit
I
that?
think it's just static.
Because I don't know how you would drive that anywhere without completely fucking up the back of it.
Well, they do it in Florida. Florida's pretty flat.
Florida is a flat state, but it still has roads that where like the road joins.
Uh-huh.
I do like that interior.
Yeah. It's got zombie headers. Oh, zoomy.
I just feel like it
It's
should
better than the zombie one.
it should
Yeah.
sit 2 or 3 inches higher.
Flip out windshield.
5-inch chop top.
Yeah. I think it's
If that
pretty
had
nifty.
metal on the front, I would like it.
In a magazine.
I would like it a lot, especially if it were a different color.
Where'd the metal go? The entire engine is outside of the thing,
No,
and it's taller than the car.
don't like it.
I like it.
So I'm not a huge fan of those wheels. Maybe if they were less shiny, I would like them more.
I feel like this is
Why is the shifter sticking out the top?
wow, it's 23 inches tall.
Yes.
Shifter?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Why?
That's what he wanted.
How do you shift that? Like
It's an
this?
automatic.
No, still. What's the, no? I don't like this. I vote for the other one.
Really?
This has had too much. I'm doing this because I think it looks cool, and I haven't given any fucking consideration to how it's actually going to work.
I like it.
Is it a hot rod?
It's got more engine than it started with,
Uh-huh.
so yes.
I think so.
Okay. Fair.
Well, this is just silly. And I like it.
Interesting that you like it for the same reason that I dislike it.
Yeah.
That's a hot rod.
It's
Mason, what do you think?
silly.
I'm definitely 34 Ford Roadster.
Okay.
You shouldn't have started with that one.
Started with it?
You should not have.
I didn't start with it.
That
You
was gonna be
started
hard
with
to
it.
beat.
Perhaps he's saying you and meaning we.
All right. 1932,
Fuck, it's this.
however you pronounce that.
Buccioli?
Mm-hmm. This is a kind of a hot rodded recreation of the original. Kind of read through there, blah blah blah. It's got
Does it have?
stuff. It's got a 454.
It's got more engine than it started with,
Mm-hmm.
or would have started with if it were.
Yeah. Rolls Royce steering column, 373 rear ends, 22-inch solid wheels. But I think
full is the interior.
I think the car looked similar, like pretty close to this.
The real one.
Uh-huh.
I should think it would be a little bit taller.
I don't think so. It had different wheels and stuff, but they were pretty sweet looking. What was that? Oh, it was could have been powered by a smooth running V8 or V12, or even a rumored V16. Are these French?
Yes, that.
I have no idea.
No.
I mean, this isn't based on anything real.
Why not?
Well, it says it is. Or, well, Bear says it is. I can't read it.
I think it is.
If that sat a little taller, I think I might like it.
Look at that interior, though,
The
Soren.
interior's awful.
What?
Terrible.
You love that.
I don't.
Why?
You know what? I do, but I don't in that.
Why?
Huh?
It doesn't look like it belongs there.
Why? What's bad?
It's too modern.
Huh? I'm confused.
And I dislike the wheels immensely.
Hmm.
I like the shape, though. And
Yeah.
I think is that a black or is that a really dark red?
I think it's black. It's got red pinstriping on it. Yeah, see, there's the original.
Let's look at the original. The original I like
Mm-hmm.
a lot, in fact. Especially if it could be had with a V16.
Wouldn't that be cool?
It's going to sound good.
Huh.
Yeah, so that I like, but the recreation.
I like the recreation.
I don't.
The recreation's pretty close.
Yeah. It's got wider fenders and big, gangster wheels.
And it's squarer in general. The fenders are flatter and the hood is flatter and
Oh, not really.
the grill is squarer.
I don't know. I like it.
That's pretty cool.
I think I like it more than the Ford.
I like the Ford.
I can't believe you don't like the interior on that.
I do like
That was
the
pretty
interior on that, but
classy.
it doesn't seem like it belongs there.
Why? Too nice?
It's too modern.
It's just leather.
The
You
way
know how much it is?
The way it's
It's a
250.
lot. It's about double.
I think that's too much.
Is that why?
That is not why. If it were an original that somebody had yes. I was going to say put a better engine in, but fine. Or even just taken the engine and made it more powerful. I would like that a lot, and I would
I
think
mean, look how gangster that thing is.
Uh-huh.
Even at 250, that would be fair. But I just don't think I think the recreation
I think they did a great job.
misses some of the elegance.
The real deal is pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, the real deal looks like a hot rod. I mean, it looks like a gangster mobile.
All right. So where was it built?
That's real
don't know.
Italian sounding, but that doesn't mean it is Italian.
Oh. Is it a museum in the U.S.?
French. Mathis,
That's who did the
engine.
engine. Yeah, French.
Hmm.
It is French.
Good. It's a French chassis car.
Hmm.
I mean, I do generally like those. All right. You got to pick, Mason.
I have to pick.
Well, Bear says he likes this, and I say I like the Ford.
Oy vey.
Oyestamere?
Huh?
Oyestamere?
Say again.
I'm not going to.
I think that's really cool. You're gonna make this my fault. I like the 34 better.
Uh-huh.
You're going to make this my fault.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, this is a 1930. And we're getting these 30s kind of, all in a row so you can see the differences. Ford Model A.
5-window.
Mm-hmm. So the big low thing that Soren didn't like at all with the tall shifter was a coupe, or it was a sedan.
Mm-hmm.
This is a 5-window coupe.
Oh, I get that.
It's got a big engine,
Yeah.
flames, side pipes. Oh, disc brakes. Look at that.
Reasonably respectable wheels.
I like these flames.
The 4-speed. Yeah,
Looks to be
T-tip.
something. Terrible seats, terrible seat belts.
Yep.
That's how you know it's going to be good.
I don't like the Roadrunner in the flames. I don't really like the flames, but I also like the Roadrunner in the flames.
Look at the gas pedal. Look at the lightweight brake pedal.
Uh-huh.
Wheelwood clutch. Nice. You can turn dash. Upside
Jeweled.
down steering wheel. Classic pinstripes. You don't like the
No,
why not?
I just don't.
Hmm.
It isn't the world's greatest wheels, but I feel like they're acceptable.
They're acceptable. I didn't know that had disc brakes on it.
Tell you what, if that was all black and had metal on the front,
It's all black.
no flames, no Roadrunner.
Oh.
It's black, metal on the front.
Oh, I forgot you hate flames.
Yeah, pretty much. There's been some that I don't hate, but that's mostly because you can't see them. Like ghost flames, I can kind of accept.
So you like sneaky flames?
Sometimes. If they're real subtle. If they're like a difference in the pearlescence of the clear coat.
Right?
So only in the right sunlight can you even tell that there are flames that I like.
Did you pick a car yet?
Yeah, the Ford.
They're both Fords.
The first Ford.
The 34.
Well, this one was built first.
The 34.
Bear.
34.
That's unanimous.
Unimus.
Right.
Oh,
This, the 1927 Ford T-Bucket. I think it's a Streamliner looking thing.
This is also a track T.
Track T?
Yep.
Well, this has got a way better nose on it.
It is. They did them
Um,
in different styles.
does it have more engine than it came with?
Well, I don't think it has any engine at the moment. This is a project.
And it's aluminum.
It's really quite cool.
What's aluminum?
The body.
But
The
I
whole
don't
thing?
think
Or the front?
at least the nose.
At least the front.
Yeah.
I think that's quite cool, but I
Yeah.
don't think it's a hot rod.
Well, it's the beginning of a hot rod.
Oh, well, it's not a hot rod if it doesn't have an engine.
It's got a torque tube.
Yes.
It's pretty hot roddy.
The rear
And
axle
the rear
is
axle's
welded
just welded to the frame. It's pretty hot roddy.
I think that's just so that you can roll it around.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's not going lower than that.
No.
Ever.
No.
Well, I mean,
That's pretty
you
low.
could bend some shit.
I thought that was kind of cool.
That is cool.
I don't know. I mean,
I
it's
can't-
not running and
I
doesn't
can't
have
vote for it.
any real reason to run. But that'd look pretty cool on a wall.
How much is it?
I don't know. Like change rear end, in case you want to change up the gears.
It does have an engine.
Just not.
Oh,
in it?
does it?
Yep.
Well, looky there.
It's
Got a 59A flathead.
Oh, there you go. Maybe it's got brakes somewhere and suspension.
It
Not sure
does
that
not
that would
have
have
any
had
of those.
would have had brakes on the front in any case with those wheels.
Well, it doesn't look like there's any brakes anywhere.
Well, all right. That or a 34 Ford.
34
Oh.
Ford.
How much is this?
$12,000.
Ooh.
I mean, it's cool, but it's not a car that runs, and so it can't be a
No.
hot rod.
I agree. 34.
It's a hot rod project.
It is a hot rod project.
Which is not a hot rod until
Still a
that
hot
project is
rod.
completed.
All right. 1989 Geo Tracker
Close it.
LSI
Why?
Sport Utility.
It's not a hot rod.
No.
Why is
Hear
it
me
a
out.
hot rod?
It's not even in the right.
What do you mean?
It's not even in the right time span.
Huh?
Your definition doesn't have
Look at
anything
those
about
tires.
time
Mine
spans.
doesn't. but
Look at
yours
those
does.
tires. It's got a Ford 9-inch,
What engine does it have?
supercharged.
That's a lot more engine than it had.
Uh-huh.
Supercharged what?
Chevrolet
Chevrolet what?
V8.
I'm gonna guess, yeah,
So
355.
that would have
Yep.
come with a inline 4 that's like 1.5 liters, maybe 2.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
It's definitely got more power.
It's got 6 liters now.
Yeah.
Or 5.8.
With a big supercharger, 700 R4,
That's a little
410
supercharger.
spool.
All right. Well,
It's big for a tracker.
I accept that that is a hot rod by definition, although I don't like it.
So Soren accepts it's a hot rod.
It meets the definition.
Nice interior. It's got torque thrusts. I mean, that's almost a requirement for a hot rod.
Does
No.
it run?
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if that runs but doesn't have any way to get the power to the wheels.
Why? It's got a transmission and a rear axle.
Yeah.
It would just be funny if they got that far and went, I'm selling this.
It's got custom paint.
Yeah, I think this one's been around a while.
Yeah. Sounds pretty fancy.
The seller description is, I will block everyone who asks if this is available.
Yes.
Mason,
Sorry.
put in there. Click the send, is this available?
All I gotta do is, all I have to do is click send.
Yeah. I mean, that he puts that makes me want to click it.
Why?
What does that mean? He's gonna block me?
I don't know.
Oh, you can't talk to him anymore.
Then you'll be blocked on Facebook.
23.5.
23.5.
Okay. I guess I'll start with you, Bear.
Huh? Me?
Yep.
This is a wide body
34 Ford
Traeger SS
or 89
Brownies.
Geo Tracker.
I can't believe you're seriously asking that question.
355 supercharged, Ford 9-inch, Recaro seats. I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't. Oh yeah, I did see the seats.
Cowl induction,
Yeah,
big
yeah, it's
wide
got that.
tires,
It's a Roadster convertible. It's a
T-top,
Targa.
Yeah.
What would you call that?
I would call that a Targa.
Targa utility vehicle.
It's not a Roadster.
No, it's got a top.
It looks like the doors have window frames. Is that still a
Dude.
Targa,
It's Targesque.
or is that just a really big sunroof?
It comes off.
Yeah,
Doesn't slide into anything.
doesn't need to.
And then the back comes off too.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
So it kind of
the
defies.
sunroof of my Fiero gets stowed in the nose.
It kind of defies the whole Roadster Targa thing because it's
So you're saying it's none of them?
What it is
It's like
it-
a Jeep.
It's a hot rod,
Ultimately, it is a hot rod.
It is a hot rod.
according to the
According to
internet
Soren.
myth.
According to the goddamn definition of what a hot rod is.
It is not.
Definition.
It is not a hot rod.
The definition.
It's
It
not
is
a hot rod.
because
not
it
a-
has more power than Geo gave it when it came off the goddamn line.
Maybe you should go somewhere other than Wikipedia.
I've gone to
Or a
2 separate
dictionary.
dictionaries.
Yes,
where
dictionaries are
words
definitely
are
going to know
defined.
what
Yeah,
a hot rod is.
because they define words.
No,
They don't make them anymore, by the way.
Geos?
No dictionaries.
They do make dictionaries.
Nope. They used to mail them to you.
No, they never did that. That was phone books.
Oh,
Dictionaries you had to pay for.
ooh,
hey, It's a 34 Ford Roadster for $130,000.
Does it make? Oh, it does.
Is that the same one?
Maybe
Yep.
this one has
I
interior
think I picked
pictures.
it also.
But is it not the same listing as the first one?
It's the exact same listing. Price reduced.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
All right.
Seems like a little different. Let's place the stick.
It does seem like a little bit different.
Does it?
Yeah. I don't remember the other one having a video.
Scroll up. On
Let's
both
go
of
through the
those.
pictures.
Uh,
Oh,
we
it
just
did have a video.
went off the video and never went back to it.
Yeah.
All right.
yeah, yeah.
Fine. Close one of
I
those.
say we'll keep the 34.
Yeah.
We have to.
34 is pretty good.
Yep.
So far,
All right.
undefeated. Oh my God.
1948 Chevrolet pick-em-up truck.
No, that's a semi.
Hot rod.
It's a semi, obviously, Bear.
That's a
No.
semi.
It's a
This
semi.
is their
That's a
pickup
half
truck.
ton pickup.
Yeah.
It's a semi truck.
No. That's a noise. 5-window, 3100, fully customized, all steel.
Bad flames.
All over the place. 350 with the 350.
Are there any other
No, it's a
pictures?
350 with a 350.
Yeah. 350.
And a 350.
350.
I'm gonna have a stroke. Would you just look at the pictures?
So 350 horse, 350 with a turbo 350 transmission and a 350 gear.
Yeah. Ford 9-inch.
And
I
a
think it's
9-inch.
square. I feel like it's square.
Who's square?
It's square. All of its numbers match.
350.
Custom frame, custom paint,
Yeah.
Cadillac, NASA in silver,
Sure.
House of Color Flames,
By Danny Harrison.
striped by Dauber.
Oh, hell yeah. He did mine.
You know, aside from the wheels and the paint, I like that.
I kind of like the paint.
Well, you would, but I don't.
Frenched headlights. Wheels are bad. Yeah, I like the paint.
Really?
The,
I don't like the paint at all.
yeah.
I think I might.
It would
like
go
the
really good
interior.
with a tweed. Man, it needs tweed door panels at least. Soren has to like that interior.
No tweed at all.
It's no tweet. I don't hate that interior. I feel like it's
The
not
seat
really
looked
appropriate.
really nice.
I assume that is the covering up the tubbing area with carpet.
Yep.
Probably metal underneath, but
Yeah, something.
makes the bed pretty much useless.
Tailgate doesn't open either.
Probably so that it doesn't fall apart.
Fabbed in.
Yeah.
Hot rod.
I dislike the wheels. I dislike the paint. But other than that, I think that's kind of cool. How much is it?
$75,000.
It's not crazy.
Cheap.
That's kind of crazy.
I don't feel like that's crazy.
I mean, it's probably way
And
less.
they
he's got
shaved
in it.
everything. They Frenched it all in. Custom painted it with House of Color paint.
Yeah, the problem with something like this is in these pictures, it looks pretty well done. But you could get up close to that and it could just be a turd.
I don't think it looks that well done.
That's reasonably well done. I don't care for
Fairly
the
well
paint.
done. I mean, a good hot rod, you kind of judge on the interior, I think. And that looked halfway okay.
Okay.
I don't know why you would judge a hot rod on the interior. That's like the easiest part to get right.
Is it?
Okay.
Well, mostly it's like flat
That or the 34.
34.
I mean, Ford.
Damn it, Soren.
1923. We're going back a couple years. T-Bucket. If it's posted, it's still available.
It's a good blue,
Mm-hmm.
what there is of it.
It's got a like new condition 454 auto, twin carbs, C cab.
Did you
Nice
look at
wood.
any pictures of this other than this one?
Yep.
So you know what a C cab is?
Yep.
Okay.
Soren,
Soren?
I would like to see.
C cab.
Hmm.
It's got doors.
That's not the part of it I dislike.
Is it the interior?
No,
You
the
don't like?
interior's
It's the
fine.
bed.
I
He
like
doesn't
the
the bed.
I like the bed. I like the Apache blanket interior. I think that's fine.
You don't like the way the pipes are angled up.
I
It
don't
should be
like
angled down.
stacks.
Those are side pipes.
They're like stacks.
Those are zombies.
Zombie
Whatever those
fuckers.
are, I
Comes with
don't.
some farming equipment.
Uh-huh.
A Reaper of some sort. Interesting that they didn't
So he
tub the
likes
back.
that interior,
I don't. It's not
but
my
he
first
didn't
choice.
like the interior on my French
It's
awesome
not
hot
my
rod.
first choice, but it's acceptable.
That one doesn't even look done.
That just looks like he's covering up
It's got
rat
the
holes
blanket.
with a blanket.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
blanket thing though, I think is fine.
There's no seat under there.
There might be.
That's just a couple
There's some
pillows.
foam and springs.
Whatever. That's not my main objection to this.
The bed's nice.
The interior is easy to fix. I don't like the front.
You don't like the headers?
I don't like the fact that between the radiator and the windshield, it's missing some car.
Between the radiator and the windshield.
It's right there.
What are you talking about?
There's a car right there.
Here.
It's a big shiny car.
Nope. Needs to be blue.
I think it's because it's a different color.
Bear, this is all your fault. 34.
Yeah. Hope this isn't a 34.
Soren.
34.
1931, in case you didn't like a whatever, 29, 28, whatever that was.
27.
Most of them.
27. Ford custom pickup,
It's a good color.
$80,000. One
I don't know what that means.
of that doesn't
make
a whole
sense.
lot. Anyway, supercharged 350 Chevy with 350 trans.
H.
Wheels are hideous.
Wheels aren't great, but I think the rest of it's nice.
You know what? So far, outside wise, I utterly agree, other than where the engine is.
I don't like the engine.
You don't like the big supercharged 350?
No, I think that's stupid.
It's purple. Or
I
aubergine.
kind of want to see what the interior looks like.
Nope.
You don't get it.
I would call that aubergine.
Yeah. Oh, Lexan windows.
What?
Bad.
Ooh.
Why?
Where does it say that?
I thought I saw that somewhere. Yeah,
That,
custom
that picture looks like it was taken through a Lexan window.
custom made wood bed. Oh, with Lexan window in
See the
bed.
differential.
Terrible idea. And we didn't even get a picture of it.
You must think it's a terrible idea too.
I'm going to preemptively say 34.
Okay. Bear.
Yeah, 34.
It's too wide to pass.
Are all these pictures going to be from its racing?
What are we looking at here?
This is a 1931 Ford,
31.
which is Model A.
31.
Steel body, full cage, Howe Racing chassis,
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like it's on a chassis.
5-point harness, Andrews 4-speed, small block Chevy,
It looks like
350.
you definitely could have
fuel cell, 3 sets of wheels and tires,
metal on the front.
Tennessee title, 38.5.
Title?
Yep.
Wow.
Got street tires on it.
Huh.
I think making this into a legitimate race car makes it not really a hot rod.
It's not a race car.
It's got a roll cage.
It's got headlights.
It's got one seat.
Yeah.
It's on a racetrack with a roll cage.
Okay.
Not a great racetrack.
Whatever. I think it's just I think it has moved itself out of the brief.
Well, it's the best I had. So you're thinking 34?
I think 34.
Fair.
Yeah, 34.
All right. 1936 Ford sedan slantback, $19,900, 302, automatic overdrive, 9-inch rear, Edelbrock carb, rack and pinion, front disc, rear drums, hot rod black. It's got all the stuff.
I like it. Let's see the inside if we can.
36, which has the proper 36 headlights, unlike that thing you had earlier. He had earlier.
37's had better looking headlights.
No, they didn't.
Yep.
That's better.
I don't feel like in the land of hot rods you're obliged to have any particular headlight.
No, just those look better.
think I might agree with you, even though I don't want to.
Then don't.
Interior's not,
It's got a heater.
you know, great.
I think it's probably pretty correct in some respects.
Correct to what?
It's sparse.
Okay. It's otherwise nothing like a 36 Ford. Well, there it is.
It's difficult. I like
Oh wait,
both.
does it make noises? It's got that hollow plumbing.
Yeah, it sounds very like a spaceship.
Yeah.
Buck Rogers era.
Okay. I don't know what that means. Okay. 34, I'm assuming.
I like the shape of this a lot.
Uh-huh. So do I.
And
I'd rather have a coupe though.
I feel like the interior could be better done.
Uh-huh.
I don't care for the pinstripes, so yes, I'm going to go 34. But I do like this car.
Fair.
Yeah, I guess 34.
I feel, Bear, like you have given up.
You picked it.
Yeah. I also picked a really cool French thing.
But it wasn't French. It was built by Bob in Florida.
Pretending to be French.
Yeah.
The original
Uh-huh.
was really cool. And if
Now, if you would have picked one of those,
But that wasn't a hot rod.
with an LS swap,
Uh-huh.
you might even be able to make the argument, because there's so few of those made and they were pretty sporty for the time, that they were built as hot rods.
No.
that wouldn't fit your
They were
definition.
It wouldn't, but I might be willing to accept it.
No, you can't accept.
I can do whatever I want.
You stick to your definitions.
Yeah. What is this, a hearse?
Huh?
Is this
Sedan
a hearse
delivery.
we're looking at?
Nope. 53 Chevy sedan delivery. 327. It's got a great transmission. We don't know what it is.
It's a
But got
strong
one.
runner.
It says it's got a great transmission.
Yep. Doesn't leak. It's got shaved doors, electric windows.
It's got a back.
Looks like it needs some stuff.
Stored inside.
Needs a few things.
You tell me that's not a hearse.
It's
Sedan delivery.
It's for delivering things, which I suppose
Dead
could
bodies.
include coffins.
Good.
But I think that runnered, metal joined wood is basically a pickup truck, right? So,
Well, I think hearses typically had windows on the sides.
I think almost always do, which is weird. It's too bad about the seats.
Because they're out of a PT Cruiser?
Yeah, they just seem way too modern. Because
Is that what they're out of?
I don't know.
I like that car. I like the interior, other than that the seats look like they belong from something late 90s.
Yeah, I like it too. I don't know that it's a hot rod though.
Wow, for some
It's
reason,
got
I
more
don't like it.
engine than it started with.
For some reason, what?
I don't like it.
Really?
Yeah, it looks like it's got two bumpers.
Up front?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's
and
just a design choice that was made by the people who made it.
Yeah, the whole back is goofy. I don't
All
know
right.
what's going on there.
Soren?
I'm going to have to go 34, but I do like this car.
55 Chevy. $65,000. Two-door hardtop.
Is that a Bel Air? Does it come with the hood?
540E big block Chevy dark block strip dominator intake, airflow research heads, shaft rockers, bullet solid cam.
Sounds
It's
like a
got
hot
all the
rod.
good stuff. Steel crank. Huh?
Sounds like a hot rod.
Good for 1,500 horsepower.
Does it mean it makes 1,500 horsepower?
No.
Or that
It can handle 1,500 horsepower.
it's built to be able to not blow up in that?
I love the wheels.
I can't see them. Let's look at pictures instead of video.
You just hang in there, buddy.
Does it say anything in the text there about it coming with the hood?
Listen to it.
I heard it.
Oh, it sounds good.
It does sound good. And it looks good. I just want to know if it comes with the hood.
I love the wheels.
I can't really see them.
They're just
Rallies
that are widened. Yep, I'm sold.
It says that right here. Yeah.
Doesn't come with a hood. Don't like the seats.
Oh my god.
I,
They're TMI seats.
I
How do
like
you not
'em.
like them?
I don't have to like them, and I don't. So that's there you go.
What? Crazy.
Ford.
There.
I'm going Chevrolet, baby.
Oh, breaky.
It's down to you, Mason.
Are you serious?
Whatever happens is your fault.
How much is this bad some gun?
65,000.
So half.
Ooh. Did somebody say 548 cubic inch dart block?
Rated for 1,500 horsepower.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. Where's the goddamn hood?
Wow. Can't
Nobody
believe
needs a
you
hood.
went there, Bear.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even think this is a hot rod, to be honest
It's
with you,
not.
but it's fucking cool.
I mean, by Soren's definition, it is.
Because it is.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, cool factor that sorry. See you, Ford.
Goodbye, Ford. Now we're stuck with something without a hood. We've seen this before.
Oh, wait.
See?
We've already seen this one.
This was a pretty close runner up to the other Ford.
I feel like the editor's not paying much attention.
The editor can't pay attention.
The editor can look
It's the producer.
at numbers.
He's got to look at every single one of them. Look at numbers. What are you talking?
We already looked at this, though.
Okay. So kill it.
Well,
It's dead.
it was beaten by the Ford that was beaten by the Chevy. It's Betty Boop, but it's like big boy Betty Boop.
All right.
That's so weird.
29 Ford Model A coupe. Or no, it's not a coupe. It's two-door. 1929 Ford Model A hot rod. This is a two-door, so not a coupe.
I know
Top honors.
Okay.
because I can see it.
Please pay attention.
Good wheels.
It's got a Mercury flathead, C4 transmission, 390 carb, offy intake,
Good color.
Isky cam, custom headers,
Side pipes.
Soren's favorite color,
Mm-hmm.
good set of wheels.
Yeah, great wheels.
It is missing the hood. I like this a lot better than the Chevy, though.
Brake light.
Yeah, I don't know why that's a thing these days.
Maybe because
Well-
legally you can just do one on that, and so people do because they're
Yeah, the
They can't.
34 only had one.
Yeah, I know. It's the fashion.
Flathead.
those are side pipes.
Like stock heads.
See, I tried to get those as side pipes once, and you
Those
just
are
Down the
side
side.
pipes.
They
You
go
did
down the
not.
side
Nope.
of the body there. That
Mhm.
makes them side pipes.
No, you argued against that before.
But we agreed.
No, we
if they
didn't.
go down the side of the body, they're side pipes.
I mean, I call them side pipes.
That's what he calls them.
You guys said no.
You didn't.
Well,
Wishy washy.
I'm not wishy washy. I am
You've
able.
proven to be
I'm
wishy
able to
washy
evolve and
multiple
learn.
times.
So you're saying you were wrong.
I'm saying I'm right now.
You were
That's all
wrong
that ever
before.
matters. No, wrong in the past is relevant.
No, it's not.
Right in the now
Not for
is what
Bear, it's
matters.
not.
Nope, I hold grudges.
Well, Bear,
Type mean things
living in the past
comments.
means you're not living in the present.
Yeah, but I live in the future most of the time.
It's not tweed, but it's close.
It's like 50s material.
I like it.
Drum brakes.
I'm fascinated by the Betty Boop big boy thing. It's so weird.
So, Soren, you're this?
Over that Chevy?
Yeah.
100%.
Bear?
I mean, on one hand, this is a hot rod.
Right.
Faux show.
On the other hand,
If a not hot rod, according to your definition, wins the night,
yeah,
what does that say about us?
you got to pay attention to all our videos. That's what it says.
It can't win because you both think it's not a hot rod, even though it is a hot rod. But that's irrelevant.
All right. I'm going with this one.
Oh,
Yeah, me too.
For fuck's sake.
Make a strong argument, Soren.
Yeah.
No, that's stupid. I quit. I can't do this anymore. It seriously hurts my brain.
This is terrible.
1933 Chevrolet. This one says hot rod right in the name.
Uh-huh.
So it's got to be one.
Yeah. Oh,
Does it make more
It's got
power?
a
than it
28
did?
foot
trailer.
trailer that comes with it, too.
Oh, yeah. Pretty sure this was on my junk list.
What?
how many different colors?
Look at all
is
those
this thing?
trophies.
Oh, that's a bunch of trophies.
That a bunch of
See,
people
if we were
bothered to give
playing
you a
points,
trophy,
there would be so many
It
trophy
doesn't mean
points.
shit. It just means that there's a lot of people with no taste.
Look at the tweed.
Yeah.
Don't like
It's everywhere.
No,
Ooh, that's
Look
a
at
nice
that
trailer.
28 footer.
I'm already terribly disappointed.
How much is it?
38,000.
my God, that's not even worth just buying it for the trailer. Look at that CD player.
Fabulous.
It's got vintage air.
All right,
Can we
Soren,
disclose this and have the not hot rod win?
you're
You call it a hot rod.
going with the 55 Chevy,
I don't want either one of them.
huh? You got to
I-
pick one.
I picked the green one that you closed, so I'm not picking.
You got to pick one of these two.
I abstain.
Well, I pick a 55 Chevy.
He's learning from you, Bear.
I train
Yep,
people
You
well.
trained him well. I agree. 55 Chevy all the way.
All right, on that
It's a
terrible
pretty close
disappointment,
call.
It's not a terrible disappointment.
I am
You
terribly
picked the
disappointed.
rules for the hot rods.
Yeah.
I don't like this
Bear
car.
and I picked not
and
hot
you
rods.
don't think it's a hot rod, even though I
knowing
do. So you people who think it's not a hot rod picked
we
it as
knew-
the winner of the hot rod episode. I can't
Yes,
talk to you anymore.
because we knew you would have that stupid definition of a hot rod.
Yeah.
None of that shit.
Oh, he's winding his headphones up already.
And he's on his phone.
Is that rage quitting?
We may you just rage quit. Yeah, you did. You hung up your phone. You put all the stuff away.
Now I can push a button.
Why are you mad?
Because that is the dumbest possible result.
What are you talking about?
The dumbest possible result.
Look at it.
The dumbest possible result.
Look at it.
That's
Did you hear it?
Yep.
And did somebody say 548 cubic inch
Yep.
dirt block?
Well, I guess on that wonderful, wonderful result.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.